Today's video is brought to you by Card Kingdom. Elspeth conquers death. Alright, come on. Come on, land. Well, we get a bunch of counters on Ozolith. Opponent says oops. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Against the Odds. And last week, we had our first all Ikoria Against Odds poll, and in the end, it was the Ozolith that came out on top. So today, we are heading to Sander to play Sultai Burn, Sultai Ozolith Burn. I know those words don't make sense together, but when we talk about the deck, hopefully it will, and we might even do some sweet things with it. So let's break down Sultai Ozolith Burn for Standard, starting with the Ozolith, I don't know how to say it, but you know what it does. Basically, 1 mana artifact, whenever a creature we control with counters on it leaves the battlefield, those counters go on the Ozolith, and then at the beginning of combat in our turn, we can put those counters onto any of our creatures. So basically, it gives our counter creatures protection from removal in a weird way, since if they die we can put the counters on something else. Also has some weird kind of combo-ish potential in our deck, which we'll talk about when we go along. So how are we actually taking advantage of the Ozolith? And you could play a really fair deck with it, some sort of like put counters on aggro creatures, attack a bunch, but we're trying to do something big and spectacular, specifically with Galloping Lizrog. So Galloping Lizrog is kind of like a cheat card in our deck. 5 mana 3/3. It has trample. When it enters the battlefield, we can take any number of counters from other creatures we control. We put them on Galloping Lizrog, but we actually get to double it. We get twice as many. So this means if we can have, let's say, 10 counters on our creatures, we can get 20 counters on our Lizrog, making it into a plus 20 power creature, which means with the help of our green burn spell, one of the best burn spells in the history of Magic, just by damage dealt for its mana cost, rammed through, we can potentially just kill our opponent on the spot. So what we're trying to set up with this deck is a Galloping Lizrog with at least 20 power, with the help of Ozolith getting counters on it and stealing them from our other creatures, and then we can ram through, which essentially like fights a creature, but if the creature that we're fighting with, and it doesn't really fight because our creature doesn't take damage, but close enough, you know what I mean. If the creature that we're fighting with has trample, the rest of the damage goes through to our opponent. So this means if we can get a Galloping Lizrog big enough, for 2 mana, ram through can be more than 20 damage, and we get to kill one of our opponent's creatures along the way. So this is the main plan of the deck. But how do we get enough counters on Lizrog with the help of Ozolith to actually ram through our opponent to death? Here we have a couple of really sweet cards. Our best counter creatures are Pelucranos Unchained, Yorvo, Lord of Garnbreg. These are creatures that are technically 0/0s, but they come into play with a bunch of counters. Yorvo is a 4/4, gets more counters as the game goes along. Pelucranos comes into play with 6 counters, or even 12 if we happen to escape it. So the idea here is we can play our Pelucranoses, play our Yorvos. If they die, those counters are going to go on Ozolith. We also have this weird kind of combo potential with Nightmare Shepherd. Nightmare Shepherd, when a non-token creature dies, we can exile it, put it back into play as a 1/1. The thing is, that is actually an upgrade for cards like Pelucranos or Yorvo, because they're 0/0s, they still get all the counters. So what we can set up with this is a board state where we get out a Pelucranos, get out a Yorvo, get out a Nightmare Shepherd, we Galloping Lizrog, we steal all the counters, double them, put them on Lizrog, making it massive, a 20 plus power creature, and then Yorvo and Pelucranos come back into play thanks to Nightmare Shepherd, and they're actually upgraded because they're 1/1s instead of 0/0s that still get all the counters out of them. And plus, we also have the Ozolith in the mix to steal the counters and add them to Lizrog as well, and then we just ram through our opponent to death. So that's what the deck's trying to do. Otherwise, we have some card draw counter stuff. Hydroid Crosses has a bunch of counters, so it works in the deck, draws a bunch of cards, which we want. The Great Henge also adds counters to creatures, and it gains us some life. Our creatures tend to be really big, Yorvos, Pelucranos, so we can actually play it really cheaply. Then it just keeps us churning through our deck, gaining life, and adding more counters to our creatures. Otherwise, Paradise Druid ramps us into our big fun stuff. Mana base, a bunch of castles, a bunch of dual lands, some basic lands. In the sideboard, this is where most of our interaction is. Our main deck, not really interaction heavy. We can fight with Pelucranos, but this is where interaction comes in. Assassin's Trophy kills anything. Cry of the Canary, Master Girl, really good against aggro decks like various Luris, Sacrifice, aggro-y style decks. Mystical Dispute for control. Aether Gust, kind of a catch-all against red and green decks. And that is Sultai Ozolith Bird for standard, and that's our Against the Odds deck for this week. So let's jump into the gameplay, see if we can actually turn Ram through into a 20 plus damage bird spell for 2 mana with the help of Galloping Lizrock, Ozolith, and all of our other shenanigans. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the gameplay, and I will talk to you soon. If you enjoyed today's deck, make sure to purchase it from our sponsor, Card Kingdom. For a limited time, you can get a Scoop Soldier sticker for free if you mention Scoop Soldier in your order notes during checkout. Alright, Against the Odds time, we are playing Sultai Ozolith combo. Ozolith? I don't know if it's Ozolith or Ozolith. One or the other, but in standard, and we are mulliganing this one lander. This will keep. Unfortunately, given our mana situation, I think we gotta put Yorvo to the bottom. We are infinitely far away from casting Yorvo. Kahira. So normally when you see Kahira, I think most commonly it means your opponent's playing no creatures. But our opponent might actually be playing creatures. Sultai, Simic is a color that can... Okay, so opponent's playing elementals. That is another way that it can actually do... Oh no, oh my goodness. Oh, we put that Yorvo to the bottom and then we drew 2 green sources. That is the absolute worst way for this to go, honestly. Opponent cracking Fabled Passage. Yeah. So that's awkward that we that we put Yorvo to the bottom and then just drew all the green mana anyway. Hopefully we draw things we can cast in the near future. Please don't have a Risen Reef. Oh, so opponent's like elemental aggro. Alright, gets and hits us. Wow, that actually worked out. Yorvo. Alright, that works. Well, now I'm glad we put it to the bottom. I'm a little sad that we played our lands in the wrong order, but opponent passes. Alright, let's play it safe. Let's Paradise Druid, Watery Grave. This potentially allows us to cross this for even more next turn. Mountain. More Trailblazers. And holy oh dear, this makes 3 3s? 4 2s? Oh god. Oh, this is the most frightening thing I've ever experienced. Okay, so we might just be dead now. Huh. Yeah, that's a thing. Now land crosses for 4. Huh. And yeah, we're actually gonna attack. I think we're just dead though. So opponent can pump the Trailblazer, we don't block and we die. Alright, yep, we're dead. Sure. So, good news is, we do have cards that are good against this. We are prepared for the aggro decks with 3 Cry the Cranariums and a Massacre Girl. And against this deck, we could also Ether Gust. Alright, I think we trim. Just make the deck a little... Consistency doesn't matter. It's 2020. We're playing 80 card decks. Consistency, what's that? In all honesty, though, a lot of our creatures are legendary, so cutting 1 is not the end of the world. No green mana. We're going to mulligan this. Alright, this will keep, and we'll put a Lizrog to the bottom. Watery Grave go. We don't have any of our sideboard hosers, but Pelucranos could be good, and a green source would get us to Yorvo. That's a green source. We'll play the land, Paradise Druid. I would imagine our opponent's deck probably is not super set up to deal with Pelucranos. Thunderkin Awakener. Opponent gets and hits us. No blocks. I think we're actually going to wait. We're going to play the land untapped. We're going to play Ozolith. We're going to play Yorvo. Pass the turn. Opponent Risen Reef. Sure. Gets a land. And passes. Well, Pelucranos. Now we're like a ram through away from the combo kill. Triome. Get in with Yorvo. Come on, ram through. I mean, I guess we need 2 turds, but still, opponent gets a trigger. We could also just start shooting down our opponent's creatures. Kahira. Land would be fine. Alright, Kazalockwade, so we can kill Kahira. Kill Thunderkin. Actually, let's go attacking. Go to combat. Attack. Opponent blocks. Yeah, that's fine. Kill Thunderkin Awakener, hit our opponent to 6. Pass the turn. Wow, this has went much better. We haven't even Ozolith, but Vivian for our opponent. Makes a beast. Yep. We probably just cast in this Pelucranos to kill Risen Reef. Yeah, let's kill Risen Reef. We don't want our opponent drawing cards. Ooh, Nightmare Shepherd. Play Nightmare Shepherd. And opponent scoops it up. All right, so We still didn't actually Ozolith. We were close to the combo, but our opponent died first. That has been the weird thing about this deck is we haven't actually comboed with Ozolith that often, just because it feels like either we don't draw it or we win without it. I mean, it seems like it should be perfect for the deck. I don't know how much more you can do to maximize Ozolith without just being like a random boring Zac deck. Yeah, we're gonna mulligan that. Alright, this is better, I think. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's go Nightmare Shepherd to the bottom. Yeah, we're gonna keep Ozolith. It might be correct to just put it to the bottom, but we're gonna keep it. It is what we're built around. Well, tap land, go. Ooh, Healer of the Glade. That's not too good. Untap land. Scorch Spitter. Yeah, let's Breeding Pool untapped. Alright, so we're gonna need lands for sure. We are a bit behind the curve here. Trailblazer. We will Ether Gust. Opponent keeps it. They do have a land. Gets and hits us. Alright, deck. Green mana. Green mana. Ether Gust. Tap land. Pass the turn. Okay, now we'll take any land. Risen Reef. Ether Gust. Opponent gets and hits us for 3. Also, Cry the Canarium would be good. Alright, that's a land. So play the land. Play Ozolith. Play Yorvo on defense. Pass the turn. See what our opponent has. Land and Omnath. Hits Yorvo for 3. Goes attacking. Well, do we want to block? Let's kill Scourge Spitter. We get counters on Ozolith, so we do get them back. Well, let's play Crossus X2. Counters on Crossus. Kahira. And Trailblazer. Opponent. Oh, this does work. Oh, goody. Whoo, that was good. Whoo, see you later. Moose to the board. Pass the turn. Oh, that was key. That was a key. Cry the Crenarium. This Omnath's still annoying. Ugh. And a Risen Reef. But this might be what we need to stabilize. Opponent. Passes. Well, Pelucranos. Tap land. If we untap with Pelucranos, we get to start shooting down our opponent's things, which would be good. Maybe. We might be good. Oh, boy, that was close. That was a clutch Cry the Crenarium. We definitely want to kill this Omnath, because it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's getting close to drawing cards. Grows Omnath. Wow. Okay. Sure. We'll block with Crossus. Ooh, Embercleave. Alright. Well, I think this is fine. We drop to 7, but we get rid of Omnath. We get a bunch of counters on Ozolith. Castle Lockwane. Crossus for 4. Counters on Pelucranos. An opponent scoops it up. Ozolith, Ozolith, Ozolith through the Embercleave. Whoo. Okay. Okay. Working. And ranking up. Well, yeah, sweet. Sweet. All right. Against the odds time, we are playing Sultai Ozolith combo, and we're losing the die roll. This hand's fine, though. We have a Paradise Druid. Opponent playing Luris. Well, Forest go. Forest Ozolith go. We do need to draw lands. That is the biggest thing here. At least 1 or 2. Some for our opponent. And Kroxa. Well, we'll discard Lizrog for now. Gonna be a bit slow. That is a land. So play Paradise Druid. Ship the turn. So now we need a black land. Opponent. Dreadhorde Butcher. Kaya's goes for him. Gets in. Yeah, no blocks. Down to 19. Alright, Overgrown Tomb, untapped. Nightmare Shepherd. Pass the turn. Opponent gets in, hits us, no blocks. Down to 15. Land. Mire Triton to mill some cards. And Serrated Scorpion. I'll play the land. Yeah, let's just Hydroid Crossus. X3. Draw a card. No attacks. At some point, we're probably going to have to block this Butcher, unfortunately. Opponent combat. Attacks. Well, alright. Block Butcher. Get some counters on Ozolith. Opponent goes face. Sure. So we get some counters. We get back Crossus as a 1-1. Drop to 11. Opponent plays Luris. And goes for him. Ooh, Great Henge. Well, play Great Henge. Go to combat. Counters on Hydroid Crossus. Pass the turn. Swamp for our opponent. Croxa. We will discard a Ram Through. And opponent. Wow, all-out attack. Interesting. Well, block Luris. Block Scorpion. Go to 8. Opponent gets triggers. Triggers. Down to 6. Gets back Luris. So we will ram through the Luris. Put an end to those shenanigans. And a Scorpion. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pelucranos. Watery Grave tapped. Go to combat. Get in. Hit our opponent. And, well, we'll see. Things have taken a turn for the better. We'll see if it's enough. Opponent can get back Croxa. Well, they need a red source, but they're close to getting back Croxa. We have Ozolith going, though. Opponent's going to claim the Firstborn. Okay. And they have a Witch's Oven. Alright, so those are good draws. Opponent goes to combat. Tags with everything. So we will block, and kill the Scorpion. Oh, opponent sacks the Scorpion. Okay. Gets back the cat. Sure. We go to 3. We go to 2. We go to 1, but we're not dead. We untap. We... How do we do this? We fight... Actually, let's go to combat. Attack, attack, attack. Opponent takes it. Goes to 13. We fight the cat. And opponent scoops it up. Oh, okay. Overcoming the Loris at game 1 somehow. Well, that was good. And now we get Cry of the Carnarium and Massacre Girl, which really good against our opponent's deck. We'll go down Nightmare Shepherd. We'll go down 1 Pelucranos. We'll go down 1 Yorvo. We'll go down 1 Hydroid Crossus. Trim, 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 trim. Run it like that. Okay. Well, that worked. We didn't go super crazy with Ozolith, but it did do things. We didn't draw Lizrog for the full-on combo, though. Okay, sure. None of our sideboard cards, but we get to play things pretty quickly. Opponent leads on a tap land. Forest and Ozolith, go. Mountain and Mire Triton to start the million. Alright, hits a Croxa. Play a Swamp, Paradise Druid. Ship the turn. Untap land for our opponent, and Red Horde Butcher. Gets in. No blocks. Down to 17. And Scorpion. Watery Grave, untapped. Pelucranos. Ship the turn. What do you got, opponent? Combat, attacks. We'll block the Scorpion, take our beats. Down to 11, down to 9. We really need this Great Henge. Fiend Artisan. Well, okay, this means we get the Great Henge. And we get to play Triome. And we get to ram through the Fiend Artisan. No attacks. Okay. Stable-ish. We'll see what our opponent has. Alright, opponent steals Paradise Druid. Big attack. Well, we will block Dreadhorde Butcher. Go to 7 plus whatever this Butcher does. Alright, takes down Pelucranos. Can they sack our Paradise Druid? They can. Alright, Witch's Oven. Well, that's Nightmare Shepherd. Draw a card. More lands. Castle Garenbrig. Pass the turn. I mean, yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, we're not dead, but we're not in the greatest of shape. Pony, combat, gets him with Mire Triton. No blocks. Need more creatures. We're a ways away from getting back this blue Chronos, but this Great Hench is helping. There's Aluris. Ooh, okay, that is a creature. Well, play Gizrog. Get a counter. Yeah, we'll remove the counter. And a post scoops it up! We got there! Okay, Lizrock for the win with Ozolith. Well, we didn't have the full combo. We are under so much pressure that we didn't have much time to set it up, but okay. We'll take it. Huh, sweet. All right. Against the odds time, we are playing some Sultai Ozolith combo. All right. Opponent playing fires. Well, we'll see. We'll see how this goes versus fires. Opponent gets 8 cards in hand, which does mean we're at a disadvantage. Triome tapped past the turn. Play the island. Paradise Druid. Go. Mountain for our opponent. Well, play Ozolith. Play a swamp past the turn. I think we're going to cycle the Triome here. No attacks. Alright, opponent going to Bone Crush our face. Untap land and Bone Crusher. Well, yeah, let's cycle. Ugh. Well, at least we got the other Ozolith out of the way. Breeding Pool, untapped. Sad Crosses. We do like Nightmare Shepherd, though. Pass the turn. Opponent. Fabled Passage cracks Fabled Passage. Gets in. And no blocks for now. Down to 13. Do they have the fires? I mean, they kept their hand, so... Ooh, Narset. Alright, not fires. What's Narset gonna do? Takes down, draws. Discards a Cavalier, kills... something. Kills Paradise Druid. I'll go to combat. Kill Narset. Nightmare Shepherd. Overgrown 2 past the turn. Opponent gets it. It's us. Gotta take it. Down to 9. What's the follow-up, though? More Narsets. Opponent loots. Yeah, these Narsets are pretty good. Alright, just discards a land. Weird. Tap land. Go to combat. Kill Narset. Hit our opponent. Play Lizrog. Remove all of our crosses counters. Comes back as a 1/1. We get a 9/9 trample. Watery Grave tapped. Alright, about it. The Lizrog is here. What do you say? About it. Gets in. I mean, yeah, block. Block you. Opponent must have a Wrath. Although we get back Lizrog. Okay. Okay, sure. Well, Yorvo. Hit you for 9. Unfortunately, we did lose our Nightmare Shepherd, but... I mean, can our opponent beat a... No, they cannot. Can they beat a 9/9 Lizrog? Alright. Well, I mean... Yeah, nice try, Fires. Fires without Fires is a bit worse. So, opponent. Fires. What do we want against Fires? Probably Assassin's Trophies, honestly. Mystical Disputes, a little sketchy. Aethergust is probably okay. Well, time to trim. One of you, one Ram Through, one Ozolith, and... Yeah, I kind of want this Nightmare Shepherd. Yeah, alright, one Nightmare Shepherd. Right like that. Well, now we have a bit more interaction, and we can kill the Fires, which is important. Lizrog is a beating. If our opponent can't kill it, it just gets so big in tramplay. And that doesn't even include Ram Through. Okay, sure. We got an Aethergust. And a Ram Spell. This hand's actually decent. Ooh, and an Ozolith. Well, Triome tapped. Opponent tap land. Well, Forest and Paradise Druid. Wow, opponent's 5 colors? They might be like a Ultimatum fire deck. Well, let's Play a Swamp, play Ozolith. And I think we're just going to pass and leave up Gust. I really want to get the Ozolith down before we Pelucranos in case it dies. Opponent. Sphinx of Foresight. Alright, sure. Opponent passes. Well, 1, 2. Well, let's play Pelucranos. No attacks. To the top. Do they have the fires? Would have been nice to hit another land there, so we could have left up the Ether Gust and played a threat, but opponent cracks. All right, so 5-drop incoming. Could just be Karuga. Even just Karuga, though, is what? 5-4 that draws to you? That's not just. Opponent gets an island. Elspeth conquers death. All right, come on. Come on, land. Well, we get a bunch of counters on Ozolith. Opponent says oops. Well, play the land. Crosses X4, draw some cards. Make Crosses a 10-10, which reduces the cost of our Great Hedge to the bottom. Well, that increases the cost of our Great Hedge, but still, you know what I'm saying. And if our Crosses dies, the counters go on the Ozolith, we get to do it again. Come on, just cast Karuga. Cavalier of Flame, that's fine. I don't think... can we win this turn? Maybe? We might have to play defense. Whoa! Scoops it up! Scoops it up! Ozolith, too good for fires. Whew! Alright, sweet. Sweet. Against the odds time, we are playing some Sultai Ozolith combo. Luris. Is this hand fast enough? We are on the draw. On the play, I'd be fine with it. We probably are going to... Oh, maybe we got to mulligan this, honestly. I feel like we're so far behind by the time we play anything. Yeah, I think we mulligan. All right, this is actually kind of better. We'll put Lizrog to the bottom. Okay. I mean, this at least lets us do stuff quicker. Breeding Pool tapped. Pass the turn. We would like to just keep drawing lands. Oh. Huh. Okay. Ooh, Cycling Luris. Well, Paradise Druid. Ship the turn. Come on, lands. Hallowed Fountain. Improbable Alliance. And cycles. Starts making tokens. Yeah, no blocks. Down to 17. That's not a land. Well, Paradise Druid. Ozolith. Go. This is actually a little frightening. I assume our opponent can just, like, make 2 tokens a turn, and I don't know if we can actually beat that. Durana's Stigger, so now damage added to the picture. Token, and also damage. Opponent gets in, no blocks. Yeah, this is not great for us. Down to 11. No. Crosses X2. Yorvo. We actually have a lot of combo pieces in hand, but I don't think we live long enough to deploy them. Huh. Well, the cycling deck actually looking good right here. I don't know if this is just a above average draw for the cycling deck, or if it always looks like this, but it is going off with tokens. Yeah, we're just super dead. All right, so we will concede. Good news is we do have, again, a bunch of cards that are good against aggro, so we will bring in our anti-aggro package. Cry the Canariums, Massacre Girl, go down. 1 Nightmare Shepherd, 1 Pelucranos, 1 Lizrog, 1 Yorvo. Run it like that. I feel like if we could wrath our opponent's board, it's probably going to really set them back. It should be difficult for them to rebuild too quickly. And Cry the Granarium exile, so it's not like they can just lure us rebuild. That was impressive, though. All right, on to game number 2 against Jeskai Cycling. I wonder if the cycling deck has... All right. I wonder if the cycling deck has the raw power to keep up with... like Uros and Nissas and so forth. It definitely looked impressive that game, though. Opponent just kind of went off. Steam Vents. Well, Ozolith and Triume. Opponent might have Mystical Dispute, I guess. Opponent untaps. Untap land, Improbable Alliance. Well, tap land, go. Yeah, so this is a smidge on the slow side. Untap land. And, okay. Well, this is the least scary of the cyclers. Now, play a swamp. Play... Yeah, let's play Plukernos. About it. Untap land. Cycles. Gains some life. Makes a dork. And... passes. Opponent's definitely representing a counter. Well, let's play Nightmare Shepherd. Alright, so opponent did indeed have a counter. Well, Breeding Pool tapped. No attacks. Opponent cycles, gains a life, makes a dork. Tap land. Yeah, Loris probably should have, I would assume, the same restriction as the Simic Companion, where all the cards in your deck actually have to have that converted mana cost, rather than just permanents. A little bit weird that they do not mirror each other. Now, play a land, play a Great Henge. We can pay for a Mystical Dispute. And, do we want to run out this Lizrog? Let's wait. I want to play around a counter. Our opponent is still representing another Mystical Dispute, and I don't really want to get our Lizrog Mystical Disputed. Oh, if we could resolve the Nightmare Shepherd, we would have had the full combo. Next turn, we can Lizrog and pay for Mystical Dispute. Opponent, untap land. Combat. Gets in with the Flyers. Not attacking with Plukernos because we don't really want to just lose counters for these disposable Flyers. Opponent hits us. Cycles, makes a dork. Sure. And, well, we'll gain some life. Untap. Play Lizrog. Resolves. So let's draw first. And then grow Lizrog. Watery Grave, untapped. Paradise Druid. We're actually super close to winning. If our opponent taps down, we can win. We have a lethal Lizrog. So pass the turn. Ugh. Alright, so close. Opponent. Loris, okay. Ooh, we might have him. Yeah. Healer, sure. Cycle to death. Alright, so now we ram through you and you. And 15 you. Whoa! Best bird spell in Magic. Got him. Oh, Lizrog bird. Lizrog Ozolith bird. Well, that actually went much better than game one at least. Well, run it back. That was a... It's so funny when it works. It's so funny when it's just like a 15 or 20 damage bird spell. And it's not that hard to set up, but it does... Interaction can definitely mess... with it. Oh, this deck. Alright, so we're on the draw. Well, we will keep this, mostly because we have Cry of the Cranarium, and that seems like one of our best cards against our opponent's deck. Opponent! Ugh, Flourishing Fox. Well, Castle Logwing, go. Yeah, it's gonna start growing. This is actually a frightening card in a deck like our opponent's, which is just mono cyclers. Yeah, there's the cycling, grows it. Gets in for 2. Breeding Pool and Paradise Druid. I think our best bet is our opponent takes a setup turn to cast stuff and doesn't just cycle and grow this. Healer. Oh, but they get to cycle and grow the Flourishing Fox. Yeah, gets and hits us. Yes, it's a clock. Well, Nightmare Shepherd. Go down to 11. This Flourishing Fox is insane. Oh, we're going to get foxed. It's already a 3-3. Maybe we got to play a cycling deck at some point. Opponent gets in, attacks. No blocks, I guess. Hits us to 8. We need a window to ram through it, I think. Tap land. Loris. Omniacy. Well, I think this means we need to ram through the Fox. Play Ozolith. Hit our opponent. Pass the turn. Opponent. Alright, there's a Loris. But if they just recast the fox, we do get to... Okay, there's a fox. But this means Cry of the Canarium should be pretty good. Opponent attacks. We will block. Decline. Go to combat. Hit our opponent. Cry of the Canarium. Overgrown Tomb. Alright, come on, land for Lizrog. We don't even have... they're going to get an 8-8 at some point. We don't even have any counters yet, but we would definitely run it out. Zenith Flare takes down Nightmare Shepherd, gains a life. Oh, that is our worst draw. Alright, pass the turn. Ooh, we're gonna get Kraken. Very scared of this Kraken. Opponent plays a tap land. Oh, we need a land so desperately. Cycles. 5 counters. Well, yep. Sad Lizrog, go. So we are dead to a single Kraken hit. Also most likely to Zenith Flare. Opponent doing some early... What do they just have? All the Zenith Flares in the West? Well, alright. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, alright. Sometimes they just have 5 Zenith Flares. Meh. What can you do? Against the odds time, we are playing Sultai Ozolith combo in Standard, and yeah, we're going to keep this. Yorvo, a little tricky to cast, but I'll tap and go. Mana Dork would be good. Getting down this Great Henge would be also good. Alright, so opponent's on some sort of 4 or 5 color Yarion pile. Well, tap land, go. Come on, green mana. That is part of the challenge of the deck. Yorvo is tricky to cast, but it is really good with what we're trying to do. Untap land. Growth Spiral. Opponent didn't have a land. Ugh. Well, Watery Grave tapped. And next turn we can start running out Sad Crosses. That's something. Omen of the... Oh, dear. If our opponent untaps and plays something like Nissa, it's going to be really bad. Leaves a card on top. Gotta be a land. Well, pass the turn. Uro, okay. So not a land, but a good card. Fabled Passage. Hits the land. Opponent passing. I'll play the Forest, and... Yeah, I think we just Crosses. Crosses X2. Not a great Crosses, but it is a Crosses. Alright, we hit a land. Pass the turn. Opponent. Can't get Yorvo back yet, thankfully. Or Uro. Yorvo. Opponent. Thinking. Tamio. Well, that's going to help get the Uro back quicker. Alright, name's Cavalier. Misses. This is going to get interesting. Arboreal Grazer. Actually pretty good at blocking. Ooh, Nightmare Shepherd. Ha. Well, let's play Nightmare Shepherd. Breeding Pool tapped. Pass the turn. Oh, this is going to be Haymaker-y. Opponent. Elspeth Conqueror's Death. That is obnoxious. Gets rid of our Nightmare Shepherd. Alright, not ideal. Gets back a land, plays the land. I don't play a swamp. Crosses for 4 this time. Pass the turn. We're actually not super far from comboing. We need things to not go wrong, though. Opponent, take it up, Tamio. Because we can Yorvo Nightmare Shepherd. Then, Shatter the Sky and our opponent hits it. That's not ideal. That's not ideal at all. Opponent plays a land untapped. Shatters the Sky to kill our Crosses. Opponent. Boo. Boo. Opponent passes. Well, Overgrown Tomb, untapped. Play Yorvo. Opponent's going to go ramping. Can they get back anything good? They can get back like a Cavalier, I guess, or Uro. So we get Yorvo. We get Nightmare Shepherd. Pass the turn. Elspeth Conqueror's Death. Gets things back. Cavalier. And then, like, Tamio can get back the Wrath, and our opponent can just keep doing this. This Tamio's been absurd. Absurd. Opponent gets back Elspeth Conqueror's Death, plays Elspeth Conqueror's Death. Opponent passes. Well, we will... What will we do? Play Triome. Play Crossus X5. Another Omen of the Hunt. Draw some cards. No attacks. Well, we'll see. We'll see what our opponent has. Can they keep wrathing our board? We're really not that far away from just winning. But our opponent just keeps wrathing, and this Tamiyo keeps looping. Opponent takes up Tamiyo. Eventually, they're going to stop hitting. All right, Elspeth Conqueror's Death whiffs for once, so that's good. Tap land. Scries. Yorion. Going to blink everything. Yeah, this has been annoying. Uro. Opponent gets everything back. Exiles again. Well, play Pelucranos. Watery Grave untapped. Great Henge. Pass the turn. No attacks. I mean, our deck is doing what we want it to do, but our opponent has just had so much loop value. They've just looped through their entire deck with this Tamiyo and this Yarion. So we've been like right on the cusp of our combo kill, but our opponent, this Elspeth Conqueror's Death, is just, it's exiled like so many of our important things. Takes up Tamiyo. This really needs to stop happening. It is so unlikely that this will keep being a thing. Opponent's going to go after our Pelucranos. Yeah, this, for being an 80-card deck, this Tamiyo's hitting like 100% of the time, which is pretty impressive, I would say. Opponent. Gonna go attacking, gonna draw some cards, gain some life, hit us, put a land into play. We can't really do anything because of this loop. Yeah, I'm thinking we might just be dead, honestly. Oh, which is disappointing, because we've been right on the cusp of doing what our deck is set out to do, but we'll see. Cavalier of Thorns. Do we have enough mana is the question. The problem is all of our spells constantly cost more because of Elspeth Conqueror's Death. Opponent passes. Well, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, so we play Yorvo. Maybe. So we play Yorvo. We draw a card. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, 1, 2, 3. We need to hit an untap land, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lizrog. All right, so we get to draw a card. All right, it's a land. We steal all the counters. Watery Grave, untapped. Pass the turn. Oh my goodness, is it gonna work after all this? Omen of the Sea, wait. So if we do it right now, this is 26, this is 5. We have exactly 4 mana. 21? Exact. Oh! Wow! Yes! Oh my god, yes! So what did we learn this week about Sultai Ozolith Bird in Standard? And overall, that last game, I know we ended early. I didn't end early because we lost. We actually won that last game. But I want to end with the highlight of the match, that insane win out of nowhere, 21 damage to our opponent's face. That was by far the sweetest kill that we got with Radthrough and Ozolith and Galloping Lizrog. So we did go on to win that match. Overall, our record with the match was 4-2, which is surprisingly decent. So we will definitely take a 4-2 with a kind of janky deck like this. As far as the game plan of the deck itself, we did get some sweet Radthrough kills. We also just got some kind of fairer kills. One of the weird things about our deck is the creatures are really big. So even if we don't combo off, we can just like play big creatures. If they die, put the counters on Ozolith, put them on our big trampling creatures, make them even bigger and tramplier, and then just smash our opponent's face. So that was actually a fairly effective strategy, even without the help of like combo kills and Galloping Lizrog killing everything, putting it back into play, all that kind of stuff. So I feel like the deck was actually surprisingly effective. And I gotta say, ram through is definitely absurd. You need the support cards. You need lots of counters, preferably to make your creature big enough. You need trampling stuff like Lizrog. You need the Ozolith to really spiral out of control. But once it gets going, ram through was absolutely insane and stole us some games that we had no business winning. Games where our opponent was above 20 life, about to kill us, then all of a sudden we're just like, play a Lizrog, steal all the counters, use Ozolith, put more counters on it, ram through, you're dead, out of the blue. So the deck did some really fun, really spectacular things, and it was actually kind of competitive as well. So I know there are a bunch of ways you could build the Ozolith. We have like competitive ways in Modern and like hardened scales style decks. You could play a similar deck in Standard where you're just like, aggro is possible, playing all your like pelt collectors, playing any like aggro +1/+1 counter creature, and just using Ozolith like for value. But I think as far as actually like comboing off, going big, doing spectacular things, really happy with how Sultai Ozolith Bird turned out. So that's been our guess odds for this week. Sultai Ozolith Bird. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to vote for next week's Ikoria theme deck. I will link the poll in the description, all that good stuff, so vote for that as well. Thanks again for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.